Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of Youth to Gold here on Cricket Captain 2024. Hope you're all doing very well today. It is the start of the Metro Bank One Day Cup here in 2025, as well as the 100. If we have a look at the domestic tables, sorry I've won the T20 Blast. That happened last episode. We couldn't defend our crown, unfortunately, and we obviously finished last in the 100 last season, but we finished first in the Group A of the One Day Cup, but then got knocked out in the first round. And as you can see in the messages section, I don't know why it's been spammed so many times, but a lot of our players have been called up to play in the 100, or in the 100, I should say. So we're looking a little thin. There's a lot of players who are going to be playing for their first time, and a lot of other players who haven't played very much. So only our second go-round in the One Day Cup, so we are going to have Flintoff and Follett open the batting for us, along with Davies at 3. Vasconcelos is going to bat at 4. We've decided to bring Foyle back into the fold. He's in okay-ish form, and he's got a decent one-day record, so he's going to slot in at 5. Markham, our youth prospect that came in via our academy last episode, he's going to bat at 6. And Keep definitely didn't disgrace himself at first class level in the 3 games he played. He's 16 years of age, still very young. Sykes is going to come back. Armstrong is going to be batting at 8. Neil Wagner's going to come in and play his first game for us. And Martin and Brownlow are also going to make their one-day debuts today. I decided to go with Neil Wagner over Peter Siddle. I think Neil Wagner's got a better one-day record. Siddle, he's still in decent form, but Wagner's in good form. And if I feel like I need to switch them around, I will. And Minto, I've decided to bring him out in favour of Martin, who is 20 years old, hasn't played any cricket yet, but Minto's not in the best form. If you just have a look in the last couple of T20s, he's been horrible. In first class cricket, he's not been good. So Martin's going to come in. Conditions, we're playing Glamorgan away, and they traditionally have not been very good in this save file. Bouncy wicket, so it's going to favour us. We're going to play 2 spinners though, so we're just going to test that out, because Brownlow was really good in the T20 stuff. Took 15 wickets in 10 games, so we're going to see how that plays out. I just don't know if we've got enough runs in the batting lineup. So even though we went really well last season, I don't know how well we're going to go this season. They've got Labuschagne and Lyon as their overseas players. We've won the toss. I probably feel more comfortable chasing in a one-dayer, but we'll bowl first. We'll see how it goes. Pitch is still looking pretty good. Wags is going to open the bowling, and then Martin up the other end is going to do, hopefully, a very good job on debut. First go around in the One Day Cup, all out for 229 for Glamorgan. We were looking really dominant at 5 for 89, then a good partnership between Billy Root and Henry Hurl. He's actually on one-day debut, I assume. No, he's not actually a youth player from this season. I'm assuming he must have got picked up last season, but he's making his first appearance, batting at 7, got a nice 46. Apart from that, we bowled really well. Neil Wagner, 4 for 22 from his 8.3 overs, was really economical. Robert Martin, 1 for 51, not too bad on one-day debut. And then Ollie Sykes, 3 for 58, best bowling figures by far. His previous best was 2 for 70, which is pretty rubbish. Armstrong was really economical, 1 for 26. Brownlow, a little expensive, 1 for 72 from his 10. Hopefully we can get that down over the course of the campaign. But we now have to chase down, 230 and 50 overs. Should be relatively straightforward. The predictor has us getting it done 76% of the time. I'll probably take it slow early and then build up towards the back of the innings if we need to. Very comfy win in the end. Flintoff and Davies, a really strong partnership of about 130 odd for the second wicket. Flintoff gets his first 100 of his one-day career. Very good work for him. And Davies got an 85. He's just made the one-day 100. That would have been last year, made 131. Follett didn't really get too far. Vasconcelos and Foyle got the job done. A lot of my batsmen their surnames start with the letter F. Flintoff gets player of the game. No surprise there. Derbyshire have tied with Middlesex. You don't see that too often. And the Trent Rockets beat the Southern Brave by 22 runs to start off the 100. We now have our first game in the 100 and our team is rated beautifully. Almost 5 stars. The Welsh Fire, 3.5 stars, meaning we have got a pretty solid side. Fulks is off on international duty, which is a shame. Has him batting at 10 for whatever reason. I have not touched this lineup. I think for him, what are the conditions? It's not a home game. It's a bouncy wicket. We'll probably bring in a fast bowler. Actually, just bring in Paul Walter. Josh Tung's also an option. Klassen. I might go Walter just for the variety. We'll bat Bannister at 10, which seems low for him. We'll give the gloves. We'll get Smeed to open. We'll get Smeed. Smeed can open. Salt can care. We'll give the keep. Don't know what I'm trying to say. We'll give the gloves to Smith. Salt can bat at 3. Higgins at 4. Pollard 6. Pot Guy to 7. Unfortunately, we only have the 3 international players, so we can't even bring another one in. Brooks, or we'll go Walter at 8. Maybe Brooks comes out. Maybe that's what we do. We'll go Tung for Brooks. Bannister can bat at 9. Tung, Ahmed at 10. Tung at 11. We'll go Bannister can open the bowling with Tung. That works for me. Conditions, as we said, very bouncy. I'm pretty confident with this side. I like the look of it. The top order with Butler, Salt. I mean, Smeed's in excellent form. He's been really good, Nick. How's he been going this season? 54 average in the Blast, so that will be awesome. Higgins just under an average of 50 in the Blast this year. Oh, sorry, for this season. Average 52 for the season, 49 for his career, so that will look to increase. Pollard, as we know, is a T20 legend. And then hopefully down towards the bottom of the order, we don't have to use them too much. But yeah, very bowling-heavy lineup. We don't really have a lot of specialist batsmen. But that's okay. Let's see what we can conjure up. We've lost the toss, but we've been put into bat. We'll see how that goes. The predictor favours us nicely. 146 from our 100 balls. Fingers crossed we can do better than that. 9 for 171 is the total for our first game this season in the 100. Higgins made a very good 50 off 20 balls. He got 50 off 19 and then got out the next ball. Pollard and Bannister saved this innings from potentially being very disastrous. 7 for 98 we were. That became 8 for 170. Pollard finished 48 off of 37. We lost 2 wickets with the first 2 balls of the innings, which was great. Really enjoyed that. Butler and Salt got out first ball to, I think it's Ben Green. Yes, it is Ben Green. But apart from Ben Green, who was really a really good strike bowler for them. Oh, Dave Willey's playing for them. Smeed was pretty good, 18 off 9, in terms of strike rate. Smith got in, got out. Pot Guida was only faced the ball and then got run out. 3 run outs in this innings. Wow. But really struggled to actually maintain a partnership apart from Higgins and Pollard, and then Pollard and Bannister. Predictor has been very kind to us in this one. Apparently 69.5% of the time we come out on top of this one, according to the predictor. Our bowling lineup is pretty deep, has to be said. Bannister and Tung are going to open up for us. They've got DeCock and Haynes as their opening pair. They've also got Johnny Bairstow, Joe Clark, who's very good. Yeah, very good record, Joe Clark. Eskenazi, Kohler Cadmore. They've got a lot of wicketkeepers. Ben Green, Dave Willey, Vandermeer. And then Fergus O'Neill, who's Australian. Yes, he is. Starting to play a bit of international cricket. And then Mason Crane, who got absolutely smacked at the SCG on Test debut, which was hilarious as an Australian. But now we've got to bowl well and then hopefully come out on top. We hang on by 6 runs. It was looking very scary for a while, but then Ahmed was just incredible in those middle overs, on those middle balls, I should say. 2 for 25 from his 20 balls, 6.25 economy. Pot Guida as well towards the end was very good. Josh Tung got a wicket when we desperately needed it. Pollard was expensive. Walter was expensive. Bannister also expensive, but picked up 2 wickets. We get our first win of the season, and it's a very good one over, a Welsh team. Back into the one-day cup. We are sitting top of the table, which, it's only one game, but we're now facing Leicestershire, who, where did they finish last year? They were also a semi-finalist. So got knocked out in that first round. The second round, I should say, semi-final. So they haven't played a game yet, so it's a bit hard to tell where they stand. I dare say we just go unchanged. There's not a lot for us to do here. Martin and Brownlow, I mean, they weren't fantastic on debut, but they certainly could have done a lot worse. I'm going to call heads on the toss. We've won the toss. I think we bat first on this wicket. I think that's the right thing to do. It's still pretty bowler friendly from the first class stuff, so I haven't changed that just yet. I may do towards the back end of the tournament if it needs to be changed. But Follett, who, didn't have a great game first time out, averages 44 in one-day cricket. Flintoff obviously just made the 100. He's just under 40. So still a very good record for both of those guys. If we can get through the power play without losing a wicket, that'd be great. But Davies, Vasconcelos, and Foyle need to get runs, as well as Markham, to really make this a proper innings. The predicted score is 266, which isn't bad, but it might be the bowling that lets us down here. All out for 292 on the second to last ball of the innings. Pretty good innings, not the problem I have here. We were really, really poor, 4 for 99. Then a big partnership between Davies and Markham. Davies another half century. Markham in his first one-day innings gets 99, gets caught behind off of the bowling of Roundtree. So close to it's not a debut because it's his second game, but it's his first innings. Almost gets 100 in his first one-day innings. But apart from that, Martin was the only other player who passed 20. It was pretty dire. Not great by any means. Yeah, not a lot to say about this one. We need to defend 293. The wicket is doing a little bit. Leicestershire are predicted winners, but the predicted score is 272. So we are still a chance of winning this one, but I was hoping to score 300 plus in this one. Karun Nair is now playing for Leicestershire. How's he been going this season? Averaging 54 in first class cricket. Didn't do well in the T20s, but a very good first class player. And they've also got, I think that's Hassan Ali. Yes, it is. And he's obviously a very good player based on that record. We got to do better than we did last time with the ball. We weren't too bad, but I think it was Armstrong was expensive. Martin and Brownlow were expensive. So we got to do better, especially if we need to keep Leicestershire under 293. All out for 230. Bowled much better in this game. Although we did win by a fair bit last time, I believe. We didn't really let anybody get past 30. We did really well. I just think we did a really good job. Brownlow picked up was really good, 3 for 43, maiden in there in his 10 overs. Sykes got 3 for 21, 2 maidens, 7.1 overs was really special. Martin got 4 for 53, really good in that second spell. He's now averaging about 20 in one-day cricket. Armstrong, no wickets again. He's not got a great one-day record, and Neil Wagner didn't get any wickets in this one. And good to see Markham getting player of the game for this one for his 99. I know he didn't get his 100, but it is a shame. We are yet to lose a group stage match in this series in the One Day Cup. 2 of 2 so far this season. I think we were 8 of 8 last season as well. Back in the 100 now. We've got a game up against the London Spirit, who currently are in second. That's not the one I'm looking for. They had a very good win. I assume that was against the Oval Invincibles in the first round of things. But looks like we've got the better squad. 4.5 stars compared to just the 3 stars. I don't know if we've made any changes. I'm assuming we haven't. I think we'll keep it as is for now. Fulks is actually back. That's the change that I made. I'm recording this a little bit after the last time I recorded. And if we just go to the 100 ball this season, you can see that Walter's going to come out. Fulks is going to come in. Fulks, who's recently come back from international duty, has been bowling pretty well, even though he's not in great form with the bat. He hasn't batted a great deal, but still been very good. Hopefully we can have a bit more of a consistent game compared to how we were last time. Pretty overcast conditions. I think with the pitch, we'll go with the bowling wicket when I say bowling wicket, I mean a fast bowler's wicket for our home games for now. Butler and Salt, if we can get a few more runs out of them, I think will be good. Smead and Higgins are still in pretty good form. but I think we are a real shot at getting another victory here and moving further up the table. We've lost the toss. We're going to go into bowl. They've got Blakemore, who is that really good youth player who I believe plays for Middlesex. So we'll just have a quick look at his stats because he has been incredible so far. Averages 83 domestically in first-class cricket, 71 in total, 42 in test cricket so far, 3 half centuries yet to make 100, but 59 in one-day cricket and just over 27 in T20 cricket. We bowled superbly in this one. 9 for 104 from the 100 balls, basically going a run a ball. Bannister was the only one who bowled at over a run a ball, bowled his full 20 deliveries, 5 dot balls, none for 34. Tongue, 2 for 17. Fulks, 3 for 22. Ahmed, 2 for 14. And Potgieter, 2 for 17. All bowled exceptionally. Blakemore we kept to just the 1 run. Tom Banton, actually, of all people, was the only real innings of substance. He got 41 off 21. We've got to chase down 104. I feel pretty confident in doing that. Joss Butler, Will Smeed. We'll probably take it a little bit slower at the start of the innings and then build it up as we go. It was pretty close in the end in terms of running out of wickets. 7 for 106. We win by 3 wickets. Jamie Smith saved the innings in the middle order, and then Fulks and Bannister towards the back end of the innings, just in the final couple of overs, really saved things. We were in a bit of trouble. We were 7 for 84. Final partnership, I think it was 22 runs it would have been. Yeah, Butler got 26 of 24, was a little slow. Smeed was the first wicket to go. Salt, Higgins, no good. Potgieter and Pollard both got out. Actually, there was a 3-wicket over of Higgins, Pollard, and Potgieter. A tricky win, but we got it done in the end. And just like that, we shoot right into first position. If the Chargers win their game, I dare say they'll jump up into first. But for now, we are in first position, and that is good to see. Looks like the Superchargers lost their game, and pretty convincingly. They lost to the Brave by 60 runs. So yeah, they got absolutely belted. We now have the Birmingham Phoenix at home once again. I might actually change the pitch to a batsman's wicket just so we can get a few more runs out of that top order, because I feel like they have struggled a little bit so far. I think I will keep it the same. There's no real need for change right now, but ideally we would bat first. We'll go call heads on the toss. We've lost it and we're going to bowl. 9 for 164, batting wicket. Not surprised they had a decent score. We did have them 4 for 62, so it was a little disappointing they then got another 100 odd runs. Ahmed picked up 3 for 31, Potgieter 3 for 33. I wouldn't say anybody bowled badly though. Everybody picked up a wicket. They bowled reasonable amount of dot balls. Tongue was the most expensive, but still I thought everybody was pretty good in this one. Hollins, who might be a youth player from last season. Yes, he is. He picked up a 50, having a very good career so far, playing for both the Phoenix and Kent. And I've also just seen that Lancashire have just scored 405 in a 50-over game against Yorkshire, thankfully, not against us. Absolutely incredible. I'm trying to think who had the really big innings, because Keaton Jennings was really going a run of ball. Patel, just over a run of ball, but Towid Hidroy, 68 of 40 was really good. And then George Bell, 71 of 47. Really good game by him. And then Lavelle as well, 27 off 11. So those were sort of the additional runs that they got. Really, really expensive. Danusha, 3 for 121. Really expensive figures there. We're chasing 165 off our 100 balls. Hopefully this is the game we can get some runs from the top order. Awesome run chase in this one. Smeed got his first 50 of the tournament. Couldn't quite stay there until the end, unfortunately. He and Higgins had an awesome partnership. 133 for the 3rd wicket. And we get there with 5 balls to go. Higgins, 92, not out. 48 balls. 8 4 6 sixes. Jamie Smith with the one. Is it Jamie? Yes, it is Jamie. With the 1 off 1. Did awesome. Well, Higgins did awesome. Smith got 1 off 1. He's now averaging 53 in T20 cricket. Obviously, the 6 not outs is helpful, but 9 50s in 22 innings. you can definitely rely upon him to help in the run chase, batting at 4. 3 of 3 now in the group stage of the 100, and I can comfortably say we have beaten last season's total of 2 wins in the group stage, and we're already 3 games in out of 8. So very happy with that so far. Now we're back at Northampton. Ollie Davies, unfortunately, has been picked for the Australian one-day internationals, so I don't know who's going to come in because we literally don't have any other specialist batsmen. Shanaka could come in. I don't really feel comfortable batting him at 3, but I don't really want to bring in Peter Siddle either, so I suppose Shanaka's going to be the choice for now. We could promote Markham to 3 and then just move everybody down 1. That could be a thing. That seems wrong. Actually, we'll go Vasconcelos. Shanaka can bat at 4. That seems more reasonable because Markham's only, really 1 innings into his one-day career. Yes, he has a 99 to his name, but he's also keeping. I don't want to overload him just at this point in time. So we'll leave it as that for now. Vasconcelos can bat at 3, Shanaka 4, Foyle 5, Follett and Flintoff at the opening, and then everybody else is basically the same. Conditions are pace friendly, so we may drop one of our spinners here because Minto has been very good in the second 11, so we might drop Armstrong for this one. I think he has been good in the 3 games he's played. I mean, actually, no, he hasn't. He's averaging 72, so we'll bring Minto in to make his one-day debut. Armstrong can go to the second 11. I don't know who's going to bat at 8. Let's have a quick scout. Oh, Minto can bat at 8. That's fine. But we'll go with the 1 spinner for now. Brownlow can be the other spinner because 4 wickets in 2 games isn't terrible. 28 average. We'd wish it was lower, but we'll deal with it for now. He's basically the same as Neil Wagner. Neil Wagner's a quality test bowler. Cool heads on the toss. We've lost the toss, but we've been put in to bat. I feel like if Follett and Flintoff don't fire at the top of the order, and Shanaka doesn't get runs, and Markham doesn't get runs, we could be in a little bit of trouble, because Vasconcelos, I don't remember him doing too well this season in the one-dayers. I mean, he's batted twice, and he's got 28 runs, so that's something Shanaka hasn't played. Foyle has been basically a disaster. Fortunately, he's only on a 1-year contract. I dare say I won't bring him back. Markham's only played a handful of innings. Sykes has only played 1 innings, and with the bat hasn't been that great. Been more of a bowling all-rounder, and then we get into the bowlers. So hopefully the predictor has us scoring 275, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough on this wicket. What an innings by us. 7 for 370. Follett fell just short of a half century. He got 44 off 42. Not bad whatsoever. A couple of plays and misses, but overall was pretty good. Flintoff again fell short of another century. 93, unfortunately for him. He was run out. He's having an excellent start to his Northamptonshire one-day career. Vasconcelos finally gets 100. Just his second 100 of the season. But it came at a crucial time. We needed it. 107 off 81 balls. He also got run out, funnily enough. Shanaka, again, 62 off 28 balls. Both of his innings for us so far have been half centuries, and both of them have been pretty good. Foyle, 22 off 9. These were just in the middle overs. We were sort of smacking it a little bit. Markham, I tried to play with him a little bit more conservatively. He didn't get very far. Sykes finished 23 off 16. Minto, 3 off 8. And then Wagner at the end, 1 not out. I'm just looking here that Australia do have a one-day international going on. I can't see that Ollie Davies has been picked. So just something to keep an eye on while this series is going. But Worcestershire now need 371 to win. On this wicket, I'm feeling pretty comfy. Their predicted score's 333, but we've got a 63% chance of winning. Let's see how they go. All out for 219. We win this one fairly comfortably. 151 runs is the margin in the end. Only Kashif Ali really made a dent in this one. He got 91 off 95. Nobody else made it past 25. We pretty good with the ball as well. Wags got 3 for 54, was the best of the bowlers. Martin got 2, Minto 2, Brownlow 2, Sykes got 1. And as things stand now, 3 from 3 in the One Day Cup, doing very well. We're also 3 and 3 in the 100. We now have the Oval Invincibles away from home. I don't see a reason to change the lineup as things stand. We've won every single game that we've played in the 100. Our batting solid, bowlers are pretty good. And we've got a good handful of all-rounders in the middle order as well. We have lost the toss. We're going to bowl first, on a pretty flat wicket by the looks of it. Conditions are good. Hopefully we can take a few wickets. They've got a pretty solid lineup. Has to be said, Gus Atkinson, Curran, Ferreira, Riley Risu, Gus Miller, David Malan, Will Jacks. A lot of international quality. Really, really tough bowling performance by us. Just not good at all. The Oval Invincibles, 6 for 180. Really solid. David Malan, 62 not out, was the top scorer. Will Jacks, top of the order, 53. Yeah, not good. Bannister was not his usual economical self. Tung only got the 1 wicket. His economy was over 10. Potguyder was the best of the bowlers, 3 for 36. Fulks was good. Ahmed was good, but wasn't rewarded in the wickets department. If we go around the grounds, we can't see any other games that we are involved in. Northamptonshire, fortunately for us, is not involved in any of those fixtures. But now we're going to try and chase down 181. And if we go to the predictor, it is looking like that won't be the case, as the Invincibles have a 65% chance of doing so. And we absolutely crushed this run chase. The flatness of the wicket really played into our hands. Butler hit a 4 off the first ball, then got out. Smeed, 29 off 8. Salt, 38 off 11. Higgins, apart from Pollard, was the slowest of the batsmen. He was striking at 228. Jamie Smith faced 7 balls, hit 5 sixes. There was a dot ball in there, then he got out. Absolute fireworks from him. And then Pollard just played a nice, safe innings as we secured the run chase very nicely. And I dare say Higgins will be player of the game. Another not out 50 to his name. He has been awesome. He's averaging 57 in T20 cricket. 10 half centuries, no hundreds yet. 23 innings, 7 not outs. He has been absolutely incredible. I am amazed he has not been called up for England for T20 cricket yet. Last game of the episode here. We are now back in the One Day Cup with Northamptonshire up against Gloucestershire, who, in terms of star rating, are double our quality. We've obviously got a lack of options at this point in time. Minto bowled really well in the last game. He was 2 for 28 with a 3.5 economy. Was very good. Martin's been really good so far in the games he's played. Brownlow's been solid. Armstrong, I think we'll leave him out for now. But I've got no real reason to change things up at this point. I'm pretty happy with how things stand. Markham, was he always a one-day opener? Am I training that? It's been a while since I've recorded one of these. Let's have a quick look. I'm training him in boundary hitting. I don't know what is up with that. But anyway, for some reason I didn't see him as an opener, but it's nice to know that we've got a spare. Vasconcelos is going to be captain. Markham's got the gloves. Foyle is going to continue to bat at 5 for us. And I think we are, based on current form, a very good chance of winning this. I might actually change the pitch here because I want to give our seamers a bit of a go, because we've got the batting quality with Shanaka, Vasconcelos, Flintoff, Follett, Markham. I'm not counting Foyle. He's in good form, but average of 29, and in other formats, he's not very good. So we'll see how that plays out. Sykes is a capable hitter if we need him. I like our chances, but at the same time, kind of don't. So we'll hopefully just see how we go. We've lost the toss again. We are going to bowl first on a seaming deck. So we'll see how this plays out. They've got Bo Webster, who's in the test side at the moment. Kyle Jamieson, a very good bowler for New Zealand. Fantastic record. It's going to be tough, this one. It's not a good spell of bowling. 7 for 325 is not great. We'll be honest. Price at the back end of the order really just smacked us around. He averages 21 in one-day cricket, and he's got, it's a good innings. Bo Webster, 56. We got Charlesworth out for 98. Still yet to get a first-class 100. A one-day 100. But yeah, lots of expensive bowlers. Minto, 1 for 73. Martin, 2 for 81. Brownlow was probably the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 58. Really, really good. Sykes, the most economical. Wags wasn't too bad with the new ball, but just Martin and Minto, yeah, far too expensive for my liking. And now we got to chase 326, 6.5 and over. I don't like our odds. And a really disappointing way to end the episode, unfortunately. All out for 196. Markham and Flintoff with really the only good bats in this one. Markham with 45, Flintoff with 42 off 31 balls. Really disappointing. Charlesworth with his 98 gets the player of the game, and we have a tie. Sussex tie, wow. Sussex tie with Derbyshire. All out for 308. Kurt Robin, I believe that is a regen. Yes, it is. Gets his first 100 for his career. And the Oval Invincibles beat the Superchargers. Another good innings by David Malan. And although we lost the final game of the episode, we are still top of the table on net run rate. We lead Glamorgan by 0.04 net run rate, which is very good. Nottinghamshire have a game in hand, but depending on how that result plays out, they may go top. Our next game will be against the Superchargers in the 100, but that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this one. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and until then, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!